Okay, now let's discuss the animator component and how to make animations. So let me change this image to simple, and we'll use that guy here. Make it bigger so it's visible. So how do we animate this guy here? Let's call it player. So first we need to give this object the animator component. Okay, and this requires an animator controller. So let's go and create one here in the folder. Okay, let's call it player. So what this is a place where you can manage animations. So if I click the animator panel, you see is this space here, but we do not have animations yet. So in this case, we have the individual frames of each animation. Okay. But you see, these are in a single image, so we have to split this image into the individual frames of the animation. So there are two ways to do that. One is you go here in the sprite editor and you just say automatic, but in most cases this will the individual sprites will be in different sizes, and we don't want that. So you either use by cell size, so you know the size of each sprite. In this case, it seems like it's 32 by 32. So that's one way. Or you can say divide by how many there are, and this will automatically find the size. But in this case, we know the exact size, so we don't have to do that. So let's do that for the idle and the run animation. So now these images are split into individual frames. And now we can create an animation. So after you added the animator component to your object and created the animator controller, you want to go to Window, Animations here, and give it a name. In this case, let's do the idle animation. And now there are two ways to create animations in Unity. One is in 2D, I mean. One is you have the individual sprites of the animation, and you just drag and drop them here. But before that, let me show you the other way. You can modify some property from a certain component. So let's say we want this guy to rotate. For example, we select the rotation here. We press record. And then let's say after 1 second we want to be at 180 degrees, like that. And then we click again the record button, and now we will have this here, you see. So you can modify certain properties to create animations, but in this case we have the individual frames, so we just drag and drop those there. So we select all of them, drag and drop, and then you see it's a bit fast. So to modify the speed, you use this value here called samples. So that is, let's say, do 20. Okay, and let's create another one there, run. We have the individual frame as well. We just drag and drop them here. So I have these two animations. Now how to enable these in the script? Okay. And also we look at, see, now we have these in the animator panel, and orange means this is the default animation. So this will be played when the scene starts. Okay, so let's see. For the animator, we do it like any other component to get it. So let's say we want to get in the start function. We just use the get component. So let's assume this script is on the player. Okay. So you get it. How to play animations. To play a certain animation, you just say animator play, specify the name. Let's say we want the idle, just say the name that will play it. Now animations can loop or not. In this case, we have idle and run, and we want this to loop, but sometimes you don't want that. For example, for jump animations, or let's say we um, uh, roll on the ground, or maybe shoot something. Uh, you see, you have to go to the animation here and disable loop time. You just click this here, and it will not loop anymore. And in here, when you select the animation, you can see the length in time. So how long does one loop lasts? In this case you see it's 0.55, that means 0.55 seconds. So that's one way to enable an animation. You just say play and uh, specify the name. But sometimes you might want to use conditions to transition from one animation to another. So if I click here and say make transition, we made the transition from idle to run. And if I click on the run and make transition, we have one from run to idle. And right now this will happen, I believe, just this will just go instantly to run and then from run to idle, because there is no condition. Exit time means there is some time between, there is some delay before we transition to the other animation. But to put condition on this, you have to use parameters here in the animator panel. So let's say we have a bool. So a bool is true or false. We create this bool here. We call it is running, and then we can click on the transition and create a condition. So to go from idle to run, we would say is running is true, and from run to idle, we say is running is false. So that's how to create conditions, and you can put how many conditions you want here. You can just click the add button here and create as many conditions as you like. But now how do we use the parameter to enable it? So let's say we want to go from idle to run. We say animator set bool, so that bool is running. You have to specify the name of that parameter and then give it a value, in this case true. So that here will modify the this from the uh, so that's what this will do. Enable that parameter, sorry, it will change that parameter to true, which activates the transitions, which changes the animation. So that is uh, how to enable animations. Now I'd like to before finishing with this, I'd like to see the documentation. Maybe I'm not an expert at this, but maybe there's something else I can uh, show you. Yes, so we have speed. If you want to increase the speed of the animation, so by default it seems that it is 1. Okay, so 1 means the speed, the original speed of the animation. So just say animator speed, and then 1 is the default. If you say 2, that's double, that's that. Okay, so let's say 2 here. That will double the speed of the animation. Let me see if there is anything important. Let's see. Yes, now the parameters can be, I believe, of other types as well, not just bools. So you see you have float, int, bool, and I'm not sure what trigger is, but these are the only types of parameters that you can have here. So that is the animator component.